Hi everyone, this is Norma with All My Crochet, and I'm super excited to share with you this crochet tutorial. This is a dress that will fit any 18-inch doll or an American Girl doll. And this is the pattern. It looks complicated, but believe me, it is not complicated at all. And as long as you know how to do a chain stitch, half double crochet, front post, double crochet, it's very easy. So I'm going to show you how to make this, and this is what the back looks like. I still have to add the buttons to it, and this is what the front looks like. And on this one I added two-tone color. You don't have to do two tones. If you're a beginner, you just want to do it all one color, you can do that. I did it with this dress right here. It's all one color. So that's what we're going to focus on today, is all one color. And here's another one that I made. Of course, it has the two tones here. So let me show you the materials we will need to make this dress. Today I'm using Loops and Thread Swirled Ombre, and this is the color that I'm using, with a size hook G. So here we're starting with a chain of 32. Okay, so let's get started with row number 1. And with row number 1, we're going to start with 5 half double crochets, and we're going to start in the second chain from the hook. So we're skipping the first chain, going to the second chain, and doing our half double crochet. So to do the half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So that's our first half double crochet. We need a total of 5. So that's 1. Go into the next stitch, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. That's our second half double crochet. Yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You got 3 on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. That's 3. Again, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. That's 4. We need 1 more. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So we have 5. Now in the next stitch, we're going to work 3 half double crochets all into the same stitch. So 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. So it's going to be a little cluster of 3 all together. 2 and 3. Okay, now in the next 5 stitches, half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, next stitch, we're going to work a cluster of 3 half double crochets all into the same stitch. 1, 2, oops, I lost my stitch there, and 3. Okay, now in the next 7 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet. So the next 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, this 7 right here is the front of the dress, and these are the side. This is going to be where the arm's going to be, and this is the back of the dress right here. Okay, so we did 7 here for the front. Now we're going to do a cluster in the next stitch of 3 half double crochets all into the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now on this side we're going to repeat exactly what we did here. Okay, on this side and this side. So now we're going to do, in the next 5 stitches, a half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, next stitch, we're going to work the cluster of 3 half double crochets all into the same stitch. And then we have 5 here, so we're going to work a total of 5 half double crochets all the way to the end. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we're done with row number 1. So this is what we have for row number 1 right there. And after row number 1, you should have a total of 39 stitches. Okay, so here is the back of the dress, this is the side of the dress, and this is the front of the dress. Let's move on to row number 2. We're going to do a chain of 1, turning my work over, and now in the next 6 stitches we're going to work a half double crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so now in the next stitch we're going to work the cluster again of 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, now in the next 7 stitches we're going to work a half double crochet. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now in the next stitch we're going to work the cluster of 3 half double crochets all into the same stitch. Okay, now here's the front of the dress. In the next 9 stitches we're going to work a half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now in the next stitch we're going to work the cluster of 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, now on this side, now remember we're repeating exactly what we did here. So here we did 6, here we did 7. So on this side we're going to do 7 half double crochets. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so now in the next stitch we're going to work the cluster again of 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, and now we're going to work along this side, and we should have a total of 6 half double crochets. So this is number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're done with row number 2. So this is what we have so far. Okay, and row number 2 you should end with a total of 47 stitches. So let's start row number 3. So for row number 3 we're going to do a chain of 1, turn our work over, and in the next 7 stitches we're going to work a half double crochet. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And in the next stitch we're going to work the cluster of 3 half double crochets all into the same stitch. So now in the next 9 stitches we're going to work a half double crochet. It's 3, that's 6, and that's 9. Okay, now in the next stitch we're going to work the cluster again of 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, now along here we're going to work 11 half double crochets. It's the front of the dress. This is number 7. 9, 10, and 11. Okay, in the next stitch we're going to work 3 half double crochets in the same stitch, so the cluster all in the same stitch of 3 half double crochets. Now along here again we're repeating the same thing as this end, so here we did 9, we're going to do 9 on this side. This is 8 and 9. Okay, so the next stitch we're going to work the cluster of 3 half double crochets all into the same stitch, and along this side there should be a total of 7, and a half double crochet in each stitch. Okay, so we're done with row number 3. Okay, that's what it's looking like. At the end of row number 3, you should have a total of 55 stitches. So let's start row number 4. So we're going to do a chain of 1. Okay, and turn our work. And now we're row 4, we're going to start with a total of 9 half double crochets. So starting with that first one, we're doing a half double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and number 9. Okay, now you know what, by the way, I don't know if I showed you, but this is a size 4 medium weight yarn. I don't know if I showed you that, so that's what I'm using today. Okay, so we did 9 half double crochets here. Now we're going to do a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we're going to form the armhole now. Okay, so we did a chain of 6, and now we're going to skip 11 stitches. Okay, and in the next stitch we're going to do a half double crochet. So let's skip 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in that next stitch right here, in that 12th stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. So that just formed our armhole right there. Now this is the front of the dress, so going across the front of the dress we should have a total of 15 half double crochets. This one is counting as number 1. So let's continue to do the half double crochets. We should have again a total of 15. So I'm going to do this and then I'll meet you back here when I'm done with my last 15th double crochet. So I finished my 15th half double crochet for the front of the dress. Now we're going to do a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, like we did on the other side, we're going to skip 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in that next stitch there, we're going to do a half double crochet. Okay, so that's the second armhole. Now we're going to finish our half double crochets across this way, and you should have a total of 9 half double crochets, including that one right there. So I'm going to continue to do the half double crochets, and I'll meet you here at the end of row number 4. So here I am done with row number 4, and at the end of row 4 you should have a total of 45 stitches. Okay, let me show you what it's looking like. That's the front of the dress, and then you got the armholes that you did, and this is the back of the dress. Okay, so now we're going to start with row number 5. I'm going to do a chain of 1. And in row number 5, I'm going to add 1 stitch. So you can add it wherever you want. I'm going to probably add it in the second stitch because we want to end with a total of 46 stitches for row number 5. So I'm going to do, I did a chain 1. I'm going to do a single crochet. I'm sorry, we're going to do single crochets across. So we're going to do a single crochet. So to do the single crochet, you simply insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You got 2 on your hook, yarn over, and pull through both. And that's a single crochet. So I did 1. So I'm going to add just 1 stitch right here in the second one. You can do it wherever you want, but I'm going to add it to the second one. So I have 1 single crochet, and in that same stitch I'm going to add a second single crochet. So at the end of this row I'll have a total of 46 single crochets. So this is what I'm going to do, is all the way across just do a single crochet for this entire row here. So again, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both. So I'm going to work the single crochets here, and I will see you at the other end. And again, at the end of this row, you should have a total of 46 single crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So I've completed row number 5, and I have single crochets all the way across. So we're going to start row number 6, and row number 6, we're going to do a chain of 3, because that is going to count as a double crochet. Okay, so chain 3, turn our work over, and in every single stitch across we're going to do a double crochet. So we're not going to do it in this first stitch here because we did the chain 3, and that's counting as a double crochet. So we're going to jump over to this next stitch and do a double crochet. So to do that, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2, and that creates a double crochet. Again, yarn over, insert the hook in the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2 more, and that's your double crochet. So this is what we're going to do all the way across, is double crochets. And at the end of this row you should still have a total of 46 double crochets. Insert the hook, yarn over. Okay, so I'm going to do the double crochets all the way across, and I'll meet you here at the end. And this is again row number 6. So I've completed my row of double crochets, and this is row number 6 that I just finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a whole row of double crochets. Okay, now we're going to start row number 7, and again after row number 6 you should still have 46 stitches. So I'm going to start row number 7. I'm going to do my chain 1, turn my work over, and in row number 7 we're going to do a single crochet all the way across. Okay, so again you're going to go into that first stitch because we just did a chain 1 in that first stitch, and you're going to do your first single crochet, and then you're going to do a single crochet all the way across, and at the end of this row you should still have 46 stitches. So I'm going to do that, and I'll meet you here at the end. So I've completed row number 7, and again we have 46 single crochets. So now that we're done with row number 7, we're going to work row number 8. And row number 8 is going to start the stitch, which is, let me show you, it's called the Alpine stitch. So it gives this nice effect, this nice textured effect. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a double crochet and then a front post double crochet to get this nice texture here. Okay, it's not difficult at all, but I do want to explain a couple of things here. So row number 6 is double crochets, okay, right here. Row number 7 is single crochets. So when we're going to work the next row, which is row number 8, we're going to be working our double crochets all into the normal row that we would normally be working in, which is row number 7, okay, of the single crochet. So when we do our double crochets, we're going to be working in row number 7 for the double crochets. When we're doing the front post double crochets, we're going to be working them in row number 6, okay. So I just kind of wanted to explain that to you for that stitch. So let's start. So to start row number 8, we're going to do a chain of 2, and this chain 2 is going to count as my double crochet. I don't like to do a chain 3 for this part because it kind of leaves a little opening bigger than what I want. So I want to do a chain of 2, and that's counting as a double crochet. So we're turning our work over. So again, we're going to alternate double crochets, front post, double crochets, front post, okay. So this is our double crochet here for the first stitch. So the next stitch is going to be a front post double crochet. So we're going to work that into the next stitch. Now normally we would go right here into this stitch right here, but again we're working the front post and we're going to be working it in the stitch below, right here where the double crochet is. So this is the next stitch. We're going to be working right below it, and to do the front post, your crochet is going to go like this behind, and it's going to bring the post forward, which is called a front post because you're bringing that post forward, okay. So let's work that stitch. So we're going to yarn over, insert the hook like that through the back to create the front post, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and that just created the front post. So we have a double crochet here and then a front post. Now we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch. So in the next stitch, we're going to work a double crochet in the normal stitch that we would do right there in the next stitch, and that's going to be a double crochet right there, okay. So now the next stitch is going to be a front post double crochet in the next stitch. So that's the single crochet. We're going to go below that to work it in this double crochet, and we're going to work the front post. So I'm going to yarn over, pull up my loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and that created the front post. So now in the next stitch right here, we're going to work a double crochet, okay. So see, this is how we're going to be working. You know, we're working in row 6 and in row 7, because in row 7 where the single crochets are is where we're doing our regular double crochets, and in row 6 where the double crochets are, we're doing the front post in those stitches. So now we did our double crochet there. Now the next stitch is going to be a front post double crochet. So this is the next stitch right here. We're going to go right below that in this double crochet, and we're going to put our crochet hook through the back so the post goes forward, and we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and that created the front post double crochet. So the next stitch is going to be a double crochet, okay. So the next stitch right here, we're going to go below it and create the front post double crochet. Next stitch is going to be a double crochet. Next stitch is going to be a front post double crochet. So here's the stitch. We're going to go below that, and right here we're going to create our front post double crochet. Then in the next stitch we're going to work a double crochet. So see how it's coming? You can see that little effect now. So again, next stitch we're going to work the front post double crochet. So right there we're going to go below it and go right there and create the front post double crochet. Then the next stitch is the regular double crochet. Then the next stitch is the front post double crochet. So this is what we're going to work all the way across, and I'm going to continue to do this, and I'll meet you here at the end of this row. So I'm here at the end of row number 8, and I have 2 stitches left, and I just finished my front post half double crochet. So now my next stitch is going to be a double crochet. And then my last stitch is going to be a front post. So to do it in the last one, all you're going to do is just, again, insert your hook like that. Pull up the loop and then just do your front post double crochet. Oops, didn't grab very well. There we go. Okay, and you're done. So we're done with row number 8. And let's see how it's looking. So you can see, you can kind of see that texture right there. It's forming. Okay, so now we're going to start row number 9. Row number 9 is very easy. We're going to do a chain 1, and all we're going to do is a single crochet all the way across. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. So row number 9 is just a single crochet, and I will meet you here at the end. And again, you should still have 46 stitches. As we're working row number 8, we should have had 46 stitches. Row number 9, there still should be 46 stitches. So count your stitches, make sure that you have enough. I'll meet you at the end. So I'm here at the end of row number 9, and I have 2 stitches left, and I'm going to finish my single crochet. So this is single crochet right here, and then in that chain 2 right there that we created, we're going to do our last single crochet. So we've just completed row number 9, and there should be a total of 46 single crochets. Okay, now again, let me do a little more explaining, because we just finished row 9, which is single crochets. Row number 8 is the double crochet and then the front post. Double crochet, front post. This is the double crochet and this is the front post. As you can see, the front post, it's raised right here. So that's how you can tell this is the front post for these stitches that are raised right here in front. The double crochet is the one between these 2 stitches. This one right here is the double crochet. This is the front post, double crochet, front post, double crochet, front post. So now for the next row, for row number 10, again, we're going to be working in doing our double crochet in these stitches right here in the single crochets that we just finished. And then the front post is going to be worked in row number, this was row number 8 here. So this is row number 9, single crochets. And this is row number 8 here where we did the front post, double crochet, and front post. So we're going to be working again in these 2 rows. Okay, so let me explain. So right here when we started row number 8, we did a chain 2, which counted as a double crochet. Then we did the front post. Then we did the double crochet, front post, double crochet, front post, double crochet, and so on. So now we're going to start with a front post. Since this row started with the double crochet, this row, row number 10, is going to start with the front post. So to do that, we're going to do just a chain of 1. Okay, we're going to do just 1 chain. Then we're going to do the front post to this stitch right here, which is in row number 8. Okay, so right there where that chain 2 is, we're going to do the front post. So to do that, I'm going to take my hook, I'm going to go like this. I'm putting the hook in front right there like that, so the post goes to the front, and we're going to work the front post double crochet right there. Okay, so that's what it looks like. The next stitch is going to be a double crochet. So we're doing the same thing that we did in row number 8, but now we did the front post, double crochet. Now we're going to do the front post. So this is the stitch here. We're going to go down to that double crochet right here and put our crochet hook through the back to bring that post forward. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2, and that created the front post. Next stitch is a double crochet. Next stitch is going to be a front post. So this is the stitch here. We're going to go below to that double crochet right there and create the front post. Next stitch is a double crochet. Next stitch, we're going to work the front post. So this is the stitch. We're going to go below that to that double crochet and work that front post. Next stitch is a double crochet. Next stitch is going to be the front post double crochet. Here's the stitch. We're going to go right here to that double crochet and work the front post. So there you go. See how it's coming out. So now the next stitch is going to be a double crochet. Next stitch is going to be a front post. So here's the stitch. We're going to go to that double crochet below it and work the front post. So this is what we're going to do for this row, which is row number 10. And I'm going to continue to do that, and I'll meet you at the end. And again, you should still have 46 stitches when you're done with row number 10. So I'm here at the end, and I have 2 stitches left, and I did a double crochet. So now I'm going to do a front post double crochet right here. And then I'm going to end with a double crochet in the next stitch. So we're done with row number 10. Okay. Let's see what it's looking like. That's what the stitches are looking like. It's coming out perfect. Okay. Now we're going to close the dress. So to close the dress, all we're going to do is slip stitch to the other end here. So you're going to take your crochet hook and just insert it into the stitch right here. So this is the front post, so we're going to go in here and we're going to do a slip stitch right there. Okay, so we're done, and that completed row number 10 right there. So we finished with row 10. We're going to do row 11, and row 11 is going to be a row of single crochets, and we're going to do a slight increase. Now I just wanted to mention, if you're doing 2 colors on the dress, row number 11 is where I changed colors here. Okay, obviously I did it in row number 1, and then in row number 11 where we're doing the increase of single crochets, if that's what you want to do. But obviously I'm just doing the 1 color dress. Okay, so now we're going to do the increase. So we did our slip stitch here. We're going to start the next row. We're going to do a chain 1, and in that very first stitch right here, we're going to do single crochet, and we're going to do a total of 6 of them. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we have 6 single crochets. Now in the next stitch is where we're going to do the increase, and all we're going to do is two single crochets into the same stitch. Okay, so we just did 2 into the same stitch to give the increase. So that's what we're going to repeat is 6 single crochets and then an increase. 1, 2, let me grab that. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then an increase. 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do, and I will see you when I get to the last 5 stitches here at the end. So I'm here at the last 5 stitches. I just finished my last increase right here, and these next 5 stitches are just going to be single crochets, and then you're going to slip stitch to close. These are my last single crochets here, and then we're going to slip stitch to close right here to that very first single crochet. And at the end of this row you should have a total of 52 stitches right there. So that's row number 11 we just completed. We're going to start row number 12. Okay, so to start row number 12, we're going to do a chain of 2, which is counting as a double crochet. And then in row 12, we're just going to do a double crochet all the way around. So that chain 2 is a double crochet. We're going to go to the next stitch. Not this first one, because we have the chain 2. We're going to go to the next stitch here and do a double crochet. And we're going to do this all the way around. Double crochet. Over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So I'll meet you here at the end of this row, and again there should be 52 double crochets. So here I'm at the end and I'm finishing my last double crochet, and then I'm going to slip stitch to that chain 2 right here. Okay, so we're done with row number 12. We're going to start row number 13. We're going to do a chain of 1, and row number 13 is going to be a single crochet all the way around. So again, just a single crochet in every stitch all the way around. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I'll meet you here at the end when you've completed all your single crochets, and you should still have 52 stitches. So I'm at the end here. I'm finishing my last single crochet, and then I'm going to slip stitch to that very first one, and we're done with row number 13. Okay, so now we're going to start the alpine stitch for the bottom part right here. Okay, so we're going to do a chain of 2, which is counting as our double crochet. So now again, we're going to be doing the same thing as we did previously. We're going to be working a double crochet, a front post, double crochet, front post, double crochet, front post, and so on. So we're going to do that moving forward all the way to the end of the dress. So here we have the chain 2, which is counting as a double crochet. Then we're going to work a front post. Okay, so again, this is the stitch we would normally work in, but we're going to go down here to that double crochet row right here, and we're going to put our hook in and bring that post to the front. That's why it's called a front post. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and we're going to do the front post double crochet. Okay, so we're done. Then the next stitch right here is going to be a double crochet. Oops, let me finish that. Okay, and then the next stitch is going to be a front post. So this is the stitch. We're going to go down right below that, and in that double crochet We're going to bring that post forward and we're going to do the front post double crochet. Next stitch right here is a double crochet. Oops, let me try that again. Okay, next stitch is the front post. So here's the stitch. We're going to go right down below in that double crochet and work the front post, double crochet. Then we're going to work a double crochet. So we're going to do this throughout this row here. Okay, and at the end of this row you should still have 52 stitches, and this is row number 14. So I will see you here at the end. So here I am close to the end. I did my front post double crochet, so the next stitch is going to be a double crochet. Then the next stitch, the last one right here, is going to be a front post double crochet. Okay, now you're going to slip stitch to the top of that second chain that you did. 1, 2. So right here in that second chain, you're going to do a slip stitch right there. So that finishes row number 14. Okay, so now row number 15 is going to be a chain 1, and we're going to do a single crochet all the way around. Okay, let me try that again. Single crochet all the way around. So I'm going to continue this, and I will see you at the end of this round, and you should still have 52 stitches. So I'm here at the end of row number 15, and I'm doing my last single crochet, and then I'm going to slip stitch to that very first one, and we're done with row number 15. Okay, so we're going to start the next row, number 16. Now, again, just going to remind you that this is the row of single crochets, okay, and then the previous row is, we have the chain 2, which is right here. It's kind of hard to see, but this chain 2 is a count as a double crochet. Then you got your front post, double crochet here, front post, double crochet, front post, double crochet, front post, and so on. Okay, so since in this row here we started with the chain 2 of the chain 2 counting as a double crochet, this next row that we're going to start with a front post. So this was a double crochet. Now we're going to start with a front post. Okay, so I'm going to do a chain of 1, yarn over, and I'm going to go right into this stitch right here and do my front post double crochet in that chain 2 space, which is counting as a double crochet. Let me grab this yarn again. Okay, and we're going to do a front post right there. Then the next stitch is going to be a double crochet. Next stitch, we're going to do a front post. So here's the stitch. We're going to go down to that double crochet right there and do the front post. Double crochet and front post. Double crochet, then front post. So we're going to complete this, and I will see you at the end of this round. Okay. And this is round number 16. So I'm at the end of row 16. I have 2 stitches left. I did my double crochet. So the next stitch is going to be the front post, double crochet, and then this last one is just going to be a double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to slip stitch to the top of that front post double crochet that we started with right here. And we've completed row number 16. So now row number 17 is going to be a single crochet all the way around. Chain 1 and start our single crochets all the way around. So I'm going to do that, and I will see you at the end. So I've completed my single crochet, and I'm going to slip stitch to that very top stitch right there, and this is row number 17. We just finished, and we're done with row 17 of single crochets. So now we're going to start row number 18. Okay, now we have to look at what we did before. So again, this stitch, okay, when we were doing the front post, double crochet front post, we started with a front post. So now the next time we're going to do a double crochet. So to start the double crochet, again, I'm just doing a chain of 2 for my double crochet. So now in the next stitch, okay, so this, okay, I just want to, because it kind of looks like it's over here because of the slip stitch, but right here, that's it. So we're going to do again, the chain of 2, and then the next stitch is going to be the front post. So the front post, we're going to go right here. We're going to go down right here to where that double crochet is and do the front post. And I didn't grab my yarn. Front post. So it's the front post double crochet. Then the next stitch is the double crochet. And then again, front post. Right here where that double crochet is. And a double crochet. And then a front post. So this is what we're going to do for this row here, and I will see you at the end, and this is row number 18. So here I am at the end of row 18. I did a double crochet, so now my last stitch is going to be the front post double crochet, and then I'm going to slip stitch in the top of that second chain or that double crochet. And we're done with row number 18. So row number 19 is single crochets. So we're going to go all the way around and do a single crochet in every stitch. And you should still have 52 stitches. So I'll meet you at the end. So here I am at the end, and I'm slip stitching to close this row, and we just completed the row of single crochet, which is row number 19. So we're going to start row number 20, and again, just got to pay attention to what we did previously when we were doing the front post and double crochet. Okay, so we started here with the chain of 2. So now since we started with the chain of 2, in the next one we're going to work the front post first. So we're going to do a chain of 1, yarn over, insert our hook right there in that double crochet stitch. The chain 2 is counting as a double crochet, and we're going to work the front post. Double crochet. Next stitch is a double crochet. Next stitch, front post, and so on. So we're going to do this. Okay. So I'm going to complete this row here, okay, which this row again is row number 20. So I'm going to do row number 20. After row number 20, you're going to do a row of single crochets. So I'm going to do that, and I'll meet you here after that. So I've completed row number 21 of single crochets, and I'm at the end here, and all I'm going to do is slip stitch to that front post double crochet here on the stitch on top there, and we're going to slip stitch to close this round. And again, this round was round 21, so now we're going to start round 22. So round 22, we're going to start with a chain of 3, because in that previous row before the single crochet, we started with the front post. So now we're going to start this row with the chain of 2, which is counting as a double crochet. Now you can do chain 3, but again, I don't like to do the chain 3 because to me it leaves too much of an opening. I like to do a chain 2 for this beginning. So this is counting as a double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to do the front post. So we're going to, this is the stitch here, we're going to go down to where that double crochet is and create the front post. Double crochet, and the next stitch is a double crochet. Then the next one, the stitch, we're going to go down to the double crochet here and do a front post double crochet. So we're going to continue this all the way around. And again, this is starting round number 22. So I'm going to complete round number 22. Then after you're done with round 22, you're going to do a slip stitch to that top of that chain 2 there to close. And then you're going to do another round of single crochets, which would be round 23. So I'm going to continue this, and I'll meet you here at the end of round 23. So I've completed row number 22. And then I did my single crochet row of 23. So now we're going to start row number 24, and I'm going to slip stitch here to that single crochet, that first one, and we're going to start the next row. Okay, so now the next row, we're going to do the front post, because in this row here we started with the chain 3, so that's where alternating row to row, or when we're doing the front post double, we started with the chain 2, which counts as our double crochet. So now we're going to do the front post for this row. That's where we're going to start. So I'm going to do my chain 1, yarn over, and I'm going to go do the front post double crochet there. And the next stitch is a double crochet, and then the front post. So that's what we're repeating. Again, it's just repeating the same things we've been doing over and over again. So the next one is a double crochet, then the next one is a front post double crochet. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to continue doing this. Again, we're starting row number 24, and once you're done with this row, you're going to do another row of single crochet, which will be row number 25, and after each of these rows you should still have 52 stitches. So every once in a while, maybe count to make sure you have the correct amount of stitches. And I'm going to continue this, and I'll meet you here at the end of row number 25. So we're starting row number 24, front post double crochet. Then we're going to do a row of single crochet, and I'll meet you at the end of that row. So I've completed row number 24, which was the front post double crochet row, front post double crochet row, and then I completed row number 25, which is the single crochet row. So now we're going to start row number 26. So row number 26, again, it's going to be the front post and double crochet row. So since in the last one we started with the front post, now we're going to do the chain 3, which is counting as our double crochet, and then we're going to do the front post right here. So this is the stitch. I'm going to go down to that double crochet row, and we're going to do the front post. Then we're going to do the double crochet, and then the front post. So we're going to continue this all the way around, and this is starting row number 26. So again, front post double crochet, front post double crochet, again all the way around. And then after this row, you're going to start row number 27, which is a single crochet row. So I'll keep doing this, and I will meet you here at the end of row number 27. So I've completed row number 26, which was the front post double crochet, and row number 27, which was a single crochet row. So now we're going to start row number 28, and row number 28 is going to be the front post double crochet, and then the double crochet, front post double crochet, and so on. So to start that, we're going to do the chain of 1, yarn over, and we're going to go into the double crochet here and do our front post, then we're going to do a double crochet right there, and then we're going to do the front post, and so on. So we're going to repeat this for row number 28, and then row number 29 is going to be the single crochet row again, and we're almost done with the dress. So I'm going to continue to do this. This is the front post, double crochet, front post, double crochet, and so on. And then we're going to do another row of single crochets, and I'll meet you at the end of row number 29. So this is 28, 29 will be the single crochet row, and I'll meet you at the end. So I've completed my rows of front post double crochet, and then I completed the row of single crochet here, which was row number 29. So pretty much you're done with the dress. Now the only thing we're going to do next in row 30 is we're going to do a reverse single crochet to give it that nice little edge on the dress. So it's going to give it this little edge right here. So if you don't want to do that, if you find that difficult to do, then you don't have to. The dress will be complete just like this. Okay, so it's totally up to you. If you want it to be a little longer, you can definitely add more rows and do it like I've showed you. But look how beautiful that stitch is coming out. Beautiful. And then this is the back of the dress. Okay, so now we're going to start the front post. I'm sorry, we're going to start the reverse single crochet, and that's very easy to do. So to do that, you're going to do a chain of 1, and in that first double crochet you're going to do a single crochet. Now normally we would crochet this way, okay, we would crochet this way, but we're going to go reverse. We're going to go this way and do our single crochet. So the first one is done as normal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our crochet hook. This is on, the loop is on the hook there, and you're going to go back this way and just insert the hook, pull up a loop, and do a single crochet. So you're kind of doing the single crochet kind of up in the air. Okay, so let me get a little closer here so that you can see. So now we're going to go to the next stitch right here, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You got 2 of them on your hook. Okay, you're going to yarn over and pull and do the single crochet kind of up in the air. And then again, we're going to move on to the next stitch. So you're just going to go to this stitch right here, insert the hook in the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops. So see how it's giving that nice little ridge right there. So this is what we're going to do for the edging here. Okay, so again, we're going to insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert the hook, yarn over, and you pull up the loop and you go through all 2 loops. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, and pull through 2. So this is the reverse single crochet. It's not a difficult stitch to do. It's just a little odd because normally you're doing it this way, but in this case we're doing it reverse. So that's why it's called a reverse single crochet. I'll grab that again. So again, I'm going to insert the hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do this, and we're pretty much done with the dress once we've completed this reverse single crochet, and then I will show you how to work the little flower. Okay, so just let me show you what it's looking like. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing this, and I will see you at the end right here when we're done with our last one. So I'm close to the end here. I have 2 more stitches to do, so I'm inserting the hook, yarn over, pulling through both loops, and this is again the reverse single crochet. So that was my last one. So now what we're going to do to close this up is where we started here in that first one. You're going to put your crochet hook through the back, nothing on it. You're just going to put it through the back. You're going to grab this loop and kind of attach it to the hook there and pull that through. Okay, so that's going to close it up. See how nice that looks when you do that. And then you're just going to take this and just do a chain, tighten it up, and you're done. and then you can just cut off at this point here. So you're done with the dress. So this is what the dress looks like. This is the front of the dress, and this is the back of the dress. And as you can see, you can't really tell back here that there's the stitching because it kind of just goes together. And then you will attach either 2 or 3 buttons back here, whatever you want to do. It's totally up to you. And next, we're going to work on the little flower for the dress. But look how beautiful that looks. And look how nice the edging on the dress looks with the reverse single crochet. Okay, so next we're going to work on the little flower for the dress. So now we're going to work on this little flower. It's a very easy and simple flower to make. So let me show you how to do that. To start, we are going to start with a magic circle. So the way that I do my magic circle is I take my yarn and wrap it around. I wrapped it around 2 fingers here, okay? I'm pulling my finger out and I'm kind of pinching this so it's like crossed over each other here. And I'm inserting my hook and I'm pulling up the loop with my crochet hook. Okay, so I'm inserting into the loop right here and I'm going to bring this loop up right here. Okay, then I'm going to grab this. Okay, and then what you want to do is do a chain to secure that. So what we're going to do now is I'm counting that as a chain 1, and we're going to do another chain. So we have 2 chains here. Let me put this here, maybe that'll help so you can see. So you have 2 chains. Now we're going to yarn over and we're going to do a double crochet in the magic ring there. So we're going to do a double crochet. Then we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. And we're going to do a slip stitch into the circle there. And that formed a little petal right there. So we're going to repeat that. Chain 2, double crochet, and chain 2. Chain 2. 1, 2, and then a slip stitch. And that formed our second petal. And we're going to do a total of 5 of these petals. So again, we're going to chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and slip stitch. That's 3 petals. Chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and slip stitch. So we need 1 more. Chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and slip stitch. Let me try that again. I grabbed this one instead here. Let me put that out of the way here. So we're going to slip stitch. Okay, then I do a chain 1 and I pull. Okay, so now you have this part here from the magic circle, and you're going to tug on that right here, this piece. So you're going to tug on that and it's going to close this up. And you're just going to keep tugging on it. And there you go. There's your little flower. And just keep tugging on it. Okay. And then you're done. And then you can put the flower wherever you want on the dress. If you want it there, here. You can put it in the middle of the dress, wherever you want it. Let me just get my scissors to cut this end off here, and then you can tie it onto the dress or whatever you want. So the dress is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope this pattern wasn't too difficult. I don't think it was a difficult pattern. The texture comes out very nice, as you can see. Very beautiful dress. I was super excited to make this one, and this one right here. So please comment, let me know what you guys think. Also, I just wanted to mention, if anyone is interested, I have these 4 dresses here, and I am selling these. So if anybody wants to purchase these 4 dresses, I am selling them for $20, and it's $20 shipped. So in reality, shipping is probably going to be about $5 or $6. So really you're paying $15 plus the shipping, and $15 for the whole outfit. So you will get the dress, the little boots, and I'm going to do a tutorial on these little boots too. So you're going to get the dress, the boots, the crown, and the purse. Everything for $20 shipped. So if you're interested, send me an email. I will leave my email in the description box. And, you know, first person, second person, whoever wants to purchase this, let me know. It will be through PayPal only, and it is only for the US because it will cost way too much to ship out of country. So for the US only, $20 shipped. Let me know if you're interested in purchasing one of these dresses. And that's it for today. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and I will see you in the next tutorial. I'm going to show you how to make these little boots, and see you soon. Thank you. Have a great day.